Hi guys, this is Vanngo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I invite a beautiful Marcelina Sova. We worked together like more than 10 years ago, I think when I first moved to New York. And I'm so glad I meet up with her again today. She still looks as gorgeous as ever. And thank you for doing this. And then we create this fresh, pinky, mauvey. It's not that fresh, but still we create something a bit more not heavy for you. I hope you enjoy the look. Give the channel always a lot of love. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't yet, give this video a thumb up and don't forget to follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you. To start every makeup, I always prep the skincare first. The first product I'm using is the Naturium Fido Glow Lip Balm. This is a vegan, cruelty-free. It does help to nourish this lip really well and provide a lot of moisture. You can use this at night as a lip mask as well. The next product I'm using is also from Naturium. It's called Multi-Peptide Eye Cream. This eye cream is perfect for hydration and improve the look of the skin around the eye area. It's formulated with multi-peptides. As I always said, very gentle to the skin around the eye area. You see that I just dab very little gently like that. The next product I'm using is Deliverant Trinity Serum. It's from Dew. I don't know how to say the name very well. This also a vegan and cruelty-free brand. This serum is mainly focused on irritation, fine line, uneven tones. It's containing cannabinoid complex to calm the skin. Very lightweight. It's really great under makeup. You see what I do? I just press the product into the skin. It's very calming on the skin. The last product I'm using is from Dew. It's Instant Angel Lipid Rich Moisturizer. Sorry. This is a rich moisturizer. It helps to create barrier from the environment. It's great for under makeup. It contains ceramide, glycerin, sodium hyaluronic. It's really rich but not greasy. It works well for dehydrated skin. I love these under makeup because it doesn't roll and it takes the foundation really well. And for those who are allergic to fragrance, this is great because it's fragrance free. You see that give some love to the skin always. Give a little massage, wake the skin up. For complexion, I'm going to use 3 products. This is a color corrector from NARS, and the concealer and foundation I'm using from Lancome. The first product is the color corrector, which I use under the eye area a little bit. Marcelina have beautiful skin. You see that just a little bit color corrector, that's all she needs really. If any other area, you can pinpoint with concealer, but she doesn't need to wear much foundation. But of course, I say in every video, that's what I would do normally, but for someone who want to wear more coverage, I'm still gonna use foundation, and then you can decide what would be your personal preference. And The best way about color corrector as well is that whatever leftover, you see any blemishes she have, you know, the pink, the color, you put a little color corrector, it's actually take away some of the color as well. For the Lancome Teint Idole, I don't think I say it's right, but you know me, I'm not very good with languages. I use a little bit only. It is the auto wear 24-hour long wear. So you can use as little you want or as much you want. It's up to you. It's personal preference. It's very lightweight. It does have that natural matte finish. And someone who want to have full coverage, this will give you that full coverage as well. So it's up to you how much you want to apply. Close your eye. The great thing about them also is that it's a transfer and humidity resistant. It's for all skin type and they do have 50 shades. You see that it looks pretty natural. You see that the foundation can cover really well. Even you want to get more coverage than it, you can, but I still want the skin to look still natural finish and very flawless, but don't want to look too cakey, so I didn't want to add too much on because I'm still going to use concealer, so anything that I want to cover, I can pinpoint with the concealer and just cover the foundation somewhat. But like I say, if you want really full coverage, you still kind of tip in and then get really full coverage from the foundation. For the concealer, to start, I'm going to use a little blending brush like this. I just pinpoint where I want to cover first. And the best way when you use a liquid concealer, you just put the product in there and don't blend it out yet. Let it oxidize a little bit. That way it gives you even way more coverage. Because it doesn't matter how amazing coverage that concealer is, if you blend out right away, basically you really spread the coverage out. So you're not going to cover everything that you want to cover easy. And that's why you see people want to go with a stick concealer. The best way you do, you just leave it on like that before you blend it out, and you just go one by one. And then you just let it sit before you blend it out. And also, because I don't have all the shades of the concealer, only a few shades, so the concealer is slightly lighter than the foundation shade. But for me, ideally, I would like the concealer to pinpoint exactly the same shade of the foundation. And then you put a little bit under the eye area. And then you blend it out for this part. It is a fantastic hydrating and lightweight concealer. It does give you full coverage if you need them. It's also give you that natural matte finish. Look straight again. And then you see that I go back where I do the concealer earlier. I just use this blending brush and just press the product in. And what you're gonna do next now is, because as I mentioned earlier, my concealer is a little too light for pinpoint. It's fine for under the eye, but for pinpoint. So what I'm going to use is the foundation brush I used earlier with nothing in there, with just leftover foundation. I just do like this. So that way it's going to blend the concealer together without looking like you have all these circle marks that you're trying to cover the skin. See, that's all you need to do. To set the makeup, I'm going to use Rare Beauty translucent powder, a little bit under the eye area. Make sure you blend it first. Close your eye. And then the rest of the face, I'm also going to keep it pretty matte. Marcelina just asked me a very valid question, and a lot of you might ask the same, is can you use concealer again after you already powdered them? Yes, you can. So for example, if I want to cover this area more, I can use the pinpoint concealer again on top. Just make sure you blend them before you set again. You know, that way it doesn't have a huge demarcation. So you still can do that. You know, anything you still can reapply. Just make sure you blend them, the edges again after. You see that I just go back, any mark, I still can do that. Next product I'm using is the Makeup by L'Oreal Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Perfector. This is 3-in-1 product. It is the highlighter, pressed powder, and bronzer in one. But I use them as a bronzer, and you see that 3 different sections. I'm just gonna make them together like this. I'm gonna use as a bronzer. So just a little bit. And this is great, that give you a little color and it still keep the radiance of the skin. That's all I'm gonna do. A little bit. Remember, just very gentle with the product. And if you really do like this, it's gonna dust everywhere, of course. But for me, when I apply product, I'm always very gentle with the hand. And just a little bit like this, that's all you need to do. You can also leave it right here, just to keep the skin a little color. Or you can use individually each of the products. And this is pressed powder, this is the highlighter, and then the bronzer. For eyebrow, I'm going to use 2 eyebrow products from Kevin Ukon Beauty. The first product is I'm use the brow pencil, and then they also have a brow marker, which I want to create some individual hair, and then brow gel as well if you want to set the brow. The first step I'm going to do is create a shape of the eyebrow a little bit. You see that Marcelina have a little bit leftover microplating, so I want to cover them a little bit, but just do very gentle, a little bit at a time, because then in the end I want the eyebrow to look really soft and natural. And then draw a little bit at a time. I could do a lighter shade as well, but I think because I need to try to cover the microplating, so I'm doing a little deeper color than I normally would use. What you also do next is you can use a marker. In the front, I don't want to do like a whole draw in, so I just make a few natural individual hair, so it looks a little more natural. Same thing in here. And you see that just little detail in the back here, because naturally we have all the little hair, so you just draw individual hair like that. I'm going to do the same on the other side. And you can just detailing, little detail. Remember, eyebrow are sister, not twin, so it's almost impossible to make them exactly the same. So you can try to make it balanced as much as you can. For eyes, I'm going to use these three products. The first product going to be the NARS eye primer. This is a tinted color. This one is the brown long wear eyeliner from One Side Beauty, and this eyeshadow palette from a Korean brand called Clio. To start, I'm going to use a little bit eye primer first, and this one is a great eye primer, and they have different shades of the tint in there, so depend on the skin color, you can use different shades accordingly. Next, I'm using this shade right here, and as I'm not sure if I mentioned or not, but the look I'm doing today, it is more effortless, and it's someone who not good at do eyeshadow and not good at do eyeliner, and every application I'm doing today is pretty much more easy and effortless to do. You see what I'm doing? One eyeshadow all around the crease area. I'm doing the same on this side. This is such a beautiful color, and you see that I just one shade and I just blend it outward and upward. Simple. I think anyone can know how to do this point. Okay, the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to use same color with a smaller, like flat brush like this, or even a small liner brush. Look up for me, and you see a little bit just along the lower lash line, so deposit a little bit, because I don't want to use a fluffy brush because it doesn't get right into the lash line, and this one I'm doing really along the lash line that I'm trying to create. You see that? You see that? And then the same brush I used earlier, I soften it out a little bit. Let's see. Gorgeous. Next, I'm use a blending brush, this color. I'm use deep color like this. And this time, I'm using on the upper lash line. And you press the color on and blend it out at the same time. You see that? So it gives you that soft, smoky, at the same time, subtle. See very little. Same way. And you keep blending it out. And then that same brush you use over the eye here, it just really soften the edge. You see that the eye look amazing with just those two colors. And like I say, it look complicated, but it's not, because I just use one color and I use this here, just blend it here. You know, you just, because it's a soft, spongy brush, you can do like this without making it look too patchy. You can blend it easy. And the same thing, you use a little shadow and then you dust up and you just add more if you want to. You see that, look, see how gorgeous it is. It looks straight for me. It's beautiful. And you soften. I'm doing the same on the other side. You also have to blend out the edges again on this side. Looks straight for me. So this part, you want to keep the lower lash line soft like that, you can, or you can use the same brush. Add a little bit on the lower lash line here. Maybe just outer corner here. A little bit like that. And then use that same blending brush, blend it out. For the long wear pencil, I'm doing a little bit, look down along the upper lash line. So create a lot of depth along the lash line. Okay, let's see. That's just with the brown liner. Marcelina have a condition that she lost her lashes and the brown, but I love how her eye look right now without any lashes, so I'm not gonna add like fake lashes on. I think it just make her eye look really pop right now with just the liner and the shadow. And you see the way I do with everything just blended and soft. I think her eye looks even more gorgeous without all those heavy lashes on. So I'm gonna keep the eye like that. I'm gonna move contour for the next step. The fluffy brush earlier, blend it up to the brown bone, just soft like there's nothing in there. And I'm going to use another blending brush. I think I'm going to do a little highlight in the corner of the eye as well. A little bit there. I tend to go further in this way so it doesn't short the eye. Next, I'm going to use the blush from Makeup by Mario. This is the shade I'm using. It's more mauvey. I think I'm keep everything kind of monochrome. And this is the color I'm using, mainly on the high cheekbone area. This is a great shade. It suits a lot of skin color, so you can try this one out. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to use a highlighter from Rare Beauty. The shade I'm using is called Mesmerize, which is one of my favorite shades actually. This is great shade for liquid as well as the powder form they just launched. Their highlighter is really beautiful. It's quite poppy. So if you don't like that look, you just use very little. But if you want to really highlight in, you can really get with this highlighter. And I use only a tiny bit. You see that I just dab a little bit. Maybe on the nose area. You can see, you can really get it. For lips, I'm going to use the new One Side Beauty Lip Snatcher Waterproof Precision Lip Liner and the Lip Snatcher Hydrating Liquid Lipstick and Lip Gloss Duo. Oh my god, Patrick Starr, the name is too long to remember. To start, I'm gonna outline the shape of Marcelina lips. She has beautiful, gorgeous lip, so slightly smile, no teeth. And you see, I'm just gonna follow the shape of her lips. I love that Patrick, he go to the kohl liner, lip liner instead of the gel liner. And this is such a gorgeous shade. As you can see, that I keep everything this kind of monochrome, so the shade is very similar to the eyes shadow as well. I love kohl pencil. This is also waterproof and long wear formula as well. Not just because it's not gel liner, and it's not, just so you understand. And I think with just that alone, it's beautiful. You don't need to use lipstick at all. The liquid lipstick and lip gloss duo, this is one side and the other side. I'm gonna use the liquid lipstick matte one. It's a cream lipstick but soft matte finish, and it does have great coverage. I mean, the gloss is great, but for this look, I'm just gonna use the matte side only. But if you want to apply the gloss on top, you can. It's give a lot of high shine and it's not sticky formula at all. Say personal preference, you can wear both or you can wear just one. This look really beautiful, just a matte. But my team want me to try the gloss as well, so I'm gonna apply a little bit of the gloss. See? Wow, it's beautiful as well. So it's all personal preference. If you want a matte finish or a gloss, it's up to you. You can apply both. To set the makeup, I'm going to use the Fix Blood Stay Over Setting Spray from MAC Cosmetic. That is the final look, guys. We try to create more fresh-ish, like a pinky, mauvey, monochrome look. I hope you enjoy the look. Thank you, Marceline, so much for coming to the channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Give this video a thumb up, give us a lot of love, and follow all of us on Instagram as well. Thank you.